Before this, we were warlocks in the age of Octavian, the Cancer Sun. He wore down all of our blockades and brought fire to all of our villages and towns. We had nothing we could do could stop him. Everything we tried. But Octavian prevailed, and the city was demolished, and everything was at loss. So then, I don't know, I get into these cliche fucking bits, but I got a cranberry human interpretation coupon, and I thought you might want to try some. It's, you create this cookie with your fingerprint, and it just tastes like whatever your fingerprint tastes like, translated into flavor codes. So I just think I'm gonna try that. Anyway.
It's hard to say. It's weird. At this moment I feel like I am at a weird cloudy vantage point where I'm looking at my ways, the stupid things I do every day, out of some kinda drained and dogged determination to do something right. That ragged but still persistent hope for the goals and vision of a more successful life, something like normal adulthood. And a lot of it is because I don't know how to feel. I seem to know what I should be feeling or what I should be doing, and that the current chapter seems to be going on and on, as I continue trying to make adequate and considerate choices. It's so crazy that I can look at many things in a simplified manner, and then how life really plays out is anything but, like, if I could just maintain some basic rules, simple things to do to stay on track with goals, some results would slowly generate. The SMART goals thing. I occasionally do stick to a goal. Also, the way I live from day to day is not inspired. It's sort of basic, but also a little compulsive and foolish. Listening to scary stories all day so that I don't feel anything at work, and so that I don't annoy myself talking to myself and overthinking countless aspects of my situation, without coming to a valuable conclusion. I realize I have a lot of unhealthy leanings, especially towards drinking and phases of pot smoking, puppy cartridges. I dwell on my insecurities a lot, which magnifies them. I often feel lonely in a romantic sense and constantly give myself negative feedback loops of self-talk, but I sometimes try to instill good by congratulating myself for achievements and recognizing things I do that are good. It's just weird because I feel like it's a bit clearer to me now. And I don't like it. I don't like my behavior. Feels cold and shielded but nice to others when appropriate. Also, sometimes I talk to myself like a crazy person all day. I call it keeping myself company, but it's the worst. I can only stand myself for a half hour to an hour if that. And my dreams of driving lessons were dashed by the Rona. My money is slowly draining. But even then, if it were going according to plan, I don't feel like I'm living life to its fullest or seizing the day. It feels like I'm cowering and going through with the motions. The pandemic really has put a more negative spin on things. Although every day I think about what I'm grateful for, and how much I have going for me and how I've come a long way since the darker times. It doesn't feel better, it's meaningful exchanges and progress toward improvement that I think make me feel better. I need a side hustle, an internet job, something. I hate how my first impulses on what I do next are often simply distractions to fill a void or discomfort. It seems almost like I have a hard time accepting the simplicity of doing the right simple things and allowing the good results to happen. Why am I not content? What is wrong with me? Why can't I get with the program and keep being consistent so that I can achieve my aims and goals? Why do I sabotage myself? I feel really mixed up. I feel like my resolve has been fading. Optimism got me into this mess in the first place. I feel like I don't really like who I've become. There are a lot of good things I do regularly lately, tending to bills and helping my folks out, regular little chats and exchanges with my daughter, maintaining my job, trying to be a kind and decent person in general, staying away from the BS out there. But lately I don't feel patient with life at all. I feel like I'm tired of being stuck in this muck. It's like a sad blandness. A lacking of color and excitement and the youthful things I once knew. Now my joys seem found in little positive exchanges with people, and you know as always music, and then kinda lame but cool stuff like YouTube and PS Vita. I feel like I tend to screw some things up and lessen the positive outcome, either through some part neglect or inadequate planning. But it's not always that way. I don't know, this writing is dumb. I've lost my mind a wee bit. I have too many hang-ups. I'm always giving myself grief or trying not to because I am sick of feeling negative, down on myself. But it's not severe, it's just limiting. My experiences with substance use has also influenced my perspective for better and also for worse. Understanding the entrapments and ruts one can get into, and the dangerous people that exist in dark places, is good. Precautionary, healthy paranoia, basic street smarts. The bad part of that experience of drugs themselves, which affects different people differently throughout their lives, is the drugs, how people respond to them throughout their lives. This is also referring to other things that alter the mind intentionally as a consumable, even alcohol and nicotine. They have left considerable impact upon my thoughts and life over the years, and quite possibly have caused many near-death experiences. Because if it's not being on a drug that affects you, someone who is surely has at some point will, adversely or not. Caffeine has a lifelong relationship with each person's brain, in relation to being an unattractive ingredient, to a life-saving super juice that allows the insomniac student the ability to pull off and present an acceptable term paper after a jittery panic attack of a night on the computer, I'd presume, if that were me. I feel like my potential enjoyment of some life events has been somehow trimmed down sometimes because of how I had looked at things with an altered perspective for years. Sometimes I need a drink before I feel I can get in the mood to listen to music. I very often feel I need a drink after work to complete my day and give me a feeling of comfort and satisfaction, and to give me patience enough for the trip home. I didn't spend my formative years going to college or gathering experiences to build a career. I kinda just foolishly blobbed and bobbled and tripped through my life. And I never got a driver's license or drove, and that's at this point one of the things I feel is holding me back the most from where I think I should try to be. I have a feeling of contempt for myself. But at least I've never dated anyone I've worked with. My marriages failed because I met the girl at a bar both times, a superstition I've now decided rings true. So I'm never excited anymore when I meet anyone at a bar. Well, I am, but deep inside I'm thinking nah, nothing will come of this. It ain't like the ancient bars of history I guess, where intentions were worn like a cutlass and musket, such crudeness we've rarely known, the dangerous drinking houses where common courtesy was allowed aloof carpe diem hooligan vibe. But you know, today's evil around the world of the terrestrial nightmare I call planet Earth unfolds in ungraspable microcosmic struggling catastrophe, and the human's good acts also seen, contains ghosts of the past when the archaeological aliens dig up our monuments for their museum after witnessing the dawn and end of civilization like a fractal bloom of petri dish mold growth, an explosion, technology.